We've been able to come down to help out 9 other families to get their lives back together here with this group, the St. Bernard Project. Along with that, we've been able to successfully reestablish one family into our house this evening.
We've had volunteers doing everything from finish work at the very end of the house to the drywall at the beginning of the house and pretty much everything in between.
We've been working on the angle house. It was framed up when we came in, and we insulated it and got almost all the drywall completed.
I just thought it would be a perfect opportunity to, spend my vacation and, learn something new. Today we learned how to cut the drywall, putting up drywall on both sides.
We're helping families that can't rebuild on their own. So basically that means financially they don't have the resources to hire a local contractor. We prioritize clients based on people with children, people with disabilities, and the elderly.
Right after Katrina, American was the first airline into New Orleans, actually there prior to the military arriving. So we have a long history with these folks, and to come back and be part of this renovation is really pretty special.
This one was different because it was right here in my backyard. And because of that, I was able to help out our own citizens, my neighbors right here. I do feel that the world that we are in, being a part of American Airlines, that wherever I go, people are my neighbors. But this is like right around the corner. And it was very, very gratifying to be able to come here and be a part of this.
Born and raised right here in St. Bernard Parish. It's not a poor community, but it's a middle-class community, and very self-sufficient and very proud. And the people that live here, born and raised, you lived around the corner from your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, your grandparents, and nobody left. Nobody left.
I used to live in Louisiana, and I got helped out a lot of times, and tough times, and people helped me out, so I wanted to pay them back. Coming down here and helping them out, and it's pretty catastrophic that this happened.
What we heard about the house was that it was, during the flood, there was water about midway on the second floor on this home, so it was completely engulfed. And I guess just the rooftops were sticking out pretty much throughout all of St. Bernard's communities here.
I was completely shocked and surprised that there were so many homes and so many businesses not open. 3 years later is mind-boggling to me. From my impression, I don't know if the numbers are official, but it looks like 50% of the homes are still unoccupied, 70% of the businesses aren't open. That kind of stuff to me is outrageous, that that's not taken care of and that people aren't getting help. So they need a lot more help than I realized.
I thought they'd be much further along, but it took me a surprise, and I'm going to go back and tell other people about this too.
There's not a whole lot happening in St. Bernard, unfortunately, besides the St. Bernard Project, as far as rebuilding goes.
Without projects like this parish lot only knows what, you see where it is now. Can you imagine without projects like this?
So if people don't do this, if people don't volunteer their time, these folks don't have a chance.
My biggest joy is seeing how it touches other people. This right here is totally gratifying to be able to see her react this way. And I know now when I go home tomorrow, I may just think about her walking in this house. That vision would never leave me.
And I seen all these red shirts. I wasn't sure what that was. I'm going, and then, I'm not kidding you. All I knew was my heart started racing and my hands started shaking. I knew something was going on, but never in my wildest dream. I didn't even think it was finished. When I walked in, and I can't, never did I ever imagine furniture, maybe it being done, but never furniture, no. That's it, have to bring my clothes. That's all I got.
There are great groups and causes all around the country that are willing to donate to help out. And I reached out to them, and we were able to furnish this house. And not only were we able to turn this house back over to the owner, she was able to walk in and move in and live here right now, today. And due to all the other companies that gave the furniture, the kitchen utensils, the plates, everything that you need for a house, because she had nothing other than a table, basically. She now has a life, her house back, and she was able to take that off of her plate in order to make her life that much easier for her and her family.
William Dice, who's one of our crew chiefs in Denver, gave me a call and asked me if I'd be interested in trying to help him put something together for New Orleans. Me helping him is sort of a long stretch. He does everything to get this off and running.
William has been just amazing to work with. He's so energized and enthusiastic, and You could see the fire in his eyes. He just has so much energy. It's been kind of a ride. We were like, okay, William, you just lead the way and we'll be on board with whatever you want to do.
We as a group all came together and wanted to be able to support the lower 9th Ward. Since the building project was out here in the St. Bernard Parish, we decided to go into the lower 9th Ward and do something for the community there. And so we just chose to be able to go to the schools and reach out to them. These gifts today will help to enable you to keep learning and to grow so that you will be able to support others as well. So being able to give them the paper and to see the smiles when these kids just got the notebook paper and the coloring pencils, you know, it was really, really touching to know that they really wanted that in order to be able to go to school and learn.
We have different volunteer groups coming in every week. Sometimes it's individuals, families, small groups of friends, and then fortunately we have large groups like American Airlines that are willing to partner with us and bring a lot more people in to get a lot more done.
I had absolutely no idea that my coworkers system-wide do these kind of things.
This is my first big project of this size with this many people. The American Volunteers too took a lot of that burden off me, where people were able to sign up, go to it, register, and then I just had to respond sometimes to certain individual questions. American as a company with JetNet advertising it, the posters, everything else really made this simpler and easier for all the employees to get involved.
It's good for everyone too. They get to know each other and all that. I mean, there's people from Honolulu, Fort Lauderdale, and I wouldn't have ever met them any otherwise.
I mean, I met people that are just unbelievable. I can't even, people out there don't even imagine what kind of volunteers y'all have. They're awesome.
I don't see this as an American Airlines one-time event. I think this is something you could conceivably see us doing again and again, home after home, to participate. It's the willingness of the employees to come out and spend the time on something that is very worthwhile.
We hope it happens more than once a year, so we would love to see more American employees down here.
Definitely, definitely. I'd be willing to do it again too.
When we do this again, not if, when we do this again, I will try to plan this to give people at least a 6 months notice so they maybe even could bid their vacations around it, to give them enough time so that they can say, I also want to bring in my husband, my daughters, my sons, my neighbor next door, so that we can do 500 people down here and to tackle that many homes and to turn over maybe 2 or 3 homes for the week that we are down here.
Here, everybody that knows that, I know it's just a warm feeling. I know I'm never going anywhere else. It's just amazing.